What exactly should you do when you have a certain amount of money depending on your lifestyle? Let's watch this video.
Hello everyone, my name is Erica Ntiasewa. I'm 22 years. I'm a student of the University of Ghana, Legon, level 400, studying geography. So I work with Dainty Ages Network, to get something to support my parents, to pay my school fees. And it's my dream to also work with the media and become a newscaster. So I want to take you guys through my daily routine. When I wake up in the morning, when I don't have lectures, I come to work. Sometimes I get an Uber when I'm late, which is like 16 cedis or sometimes 25 cedis. And then when I don't pick Uber too, my colleague picks me up from campus since I'm a student. When I come to work, I spend about 15 cedis on food, 16 cedis back to campus with an Uber. And then on weekends, if I want to fix my hair, my nails, I'll go to church, I'm in a car to church, wash my hair, which costs like 10 cedis. Braiding can sometimes cost 50 cedis, even with the hair. Sometimes 200 cedis, like if you want a quality hair, which of course will last for, more months. So I can take money to the bank and then at the end of the day, I'll use my ATM, go and take everything again. Sometimes I can get more money during the week. Sources from people, my parents, my uncle, my friends, from work salary. And then everything will end up vanishing. So I'm just wondering, I don't know, boss, if you could please help me with my finances.
All right, so you've heard and seen our first scenario. I don't want to be a student at this moment, really. Desmond, can you please help my lady here?
Good morning.
Good morning, Desmond.
So for Erica, I'm glad you mentioned the 80-20 rule that I mentioned last week.
Okay.
But this week we're going to extend it to a 50-30-20 rule. But the 50-30 adds up to the 80. Now, it's even good that she has multiple sources of income. That's her parents, her extended family, and even some friends. So she needs to actually put all these things down. That, okay, I'm getting 100 cedis every month or 200 cedis for my parents. My uncle gives me X amount, so let's say 50 cedis or 20 cedis for my friends. She needs to put all of these things down. Okay, so in a month or in a week, I'm getting 200 cedis. Now, she says she works, so her salary could be, let's say, 500 cedis. So in total, she's getting 700 cedis. So it's very important she puts all of these things down. Now, the most important thing is how she spends the money. Now, the 50 that I mentioned out of the 80 represents the fixed things or the basic needs that we have, right? Like her food, her transportation. She needs to actually put those things in her basic needs. Now, the 30 will represent the variable expenses or the things that change month on month. Now, the 20 will represent the investment that she will make. If you saw the video, she says that she puts 20% or she puts 20% in a bank account or she puts some money in a bank account and ends up withdrawing. That is not investment. That is savings. So, so we'll come to where I would explain the difference between savings and investment.
Right.
But for her case, what she needs to do is actually target the variable expenses. Now if I go back to the fixed expenses, she said that she needs some money to pay her school fees. She can't do anything about that. She will need to put something aside for her school fees. She would have to obviously eat. So those fixed assets or fixed expenses, she can't really touch them. Now, what she can do is to reduce her variable expenses. Now, she mentioned that when she goes to work, sometimes her colleagues picks her up, or sometimes she goes by Uber. If I was Erica, what would I do? I'll capitalize on my colleague picking me up every single time. I'll make sure I will not be late. Because if someone is willing to pick you up every day, or when you're going for your work, and you'd rather be late and pay 16 cedis or 25 cedis, which on average is like 20 cedis, I wouldn't do that. I would rather capitalize on that and go. Now, another thing that she mentioned is she buys food around 16 cedis every day when she goes to work. She's a student. So for me, what I would do is I'd rather cook on campus and package it and take it to work. So you are saving a bit more from that as well.
Okay.
You understand? Now, another thing that actually eats, you said she doesn't know she can have some money, then the next thing, it's all vanished. So the little things actually impact our budget. For example, a student. So I'm sure she's into, say, social media data.
Okay.
Before you realize, you keep on buying maybe a weekly bundle, and it comes daily bundle and stuff like that. Capitalize on the student Wi-Fi that you have on campus.
It doesn't work sometimes.
I want to ask a very a question. So in all this, it looks like a lot of people go into the or have the idea that, especially people like Erica, that I am going to work because I want to make profit. Is that always the case, that you are working for her as a student? You're working to make profit, or in her instance, she needs to understand that probably she's working to get experience, so it becomes an investment of her life. Exactly. And what she's earning probably becomes something to keep her going.
Yeah. That's
Is that
true.
the case?
Yeah, that's true. So if you say she's in level 400, so very soon she'll be transitioning into the work life. So it's important that she understands that her savings needs to start now. So everything that she's doing, she needs to put something aside for the future. If she's thinking that, okay, what I'm just doing is just to make me rich now, it doesn't work that way. You need to actually build steadily. I would advise, if she has started this in level 100, whatever she gets, but it's never too late. Level 400, she can actually start. But the thing is, she needs to start putting something down now.
Is it possible, considering all her expenses, that she didn't state how much she was earning, but clearly for a student and what she's engaged at the company, I don't think she's on some 5,000, 10,000 a month.
Yeah.
So is it right for her to even think of savings now? So because with that, it now starts burdening yourself and everything, your expectations and things you want to do, and it keeps building. Yeah. Is it right for her to even consider saving at this age?
Yeah. So savings doesn't have an age limit. You should start as soon as, ideally when you're a boy, you should start saving, but the truth is, as you start earning a little, you should put something aside. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is. If she's getting 500 cedis and she's putting 20 cedis aside, it's still something. So far you start building up the habit. Now when you start earning 1,000, you start increasing what you are putting aside. So no matter how small your income level is, you need to actually put something aside. And investment is a must for everybody,
But
not savings.
Listening to Erica, it didn't look like she wanted to work to save. It looks like she's in school and she needs to survive. So she got a job, because it doesn't look like there's money sitting somewhere that's supporting her meals, her transport fare from hostel to classroom, her hair. I mean not to go deeper, but women have needs, other needs at the end of a month, So she's not working to want to save. Listening to her carefully, it looks like she's working to want to survive in that month.
That's what I was
What's the
going to
difference?
ask. That at what point in time for her should she start considering saving or investment?
Yes.
Which one should come in first for her
saving or investing?
in such a situation that she finds herself in?
If I was her, I can do both. I'll keep some money aside in my bank account. And at the same time, I'll put something little for my investment. You understand? If I have 1,000 cedis, or let's say 500 cedis for Erica, now I would put 30 cedis in my investment, and I put 20 cedis aside as my savings, where I can rely on if I need to survive. Also, she can invest in things that are liquid. So for example, I would invest in a mutual fund or unit trust, where I know that in 1 or 2 or let's say 3 working days, if I need money, I can get it back.
Okay.
So at the same time, you are eating your cake and having it at the same time. You're putting the money aside, but there's also liquid such that you can get your money back as and when you want it. You get
Okay,
it.
Desmond. So in simple terms, what should Erica do? Simple.
It's not simple, but
Not simple.
it's not simple. So what Erica needs to do is, 1, she should track her expenses.
Okay.
In every month, you know what you are getting, what is coming in. Track your expenses, and try to reduce your day-to-day expenditure, like the food. If you can rather cook at home, just cook at home and send it to work. If you can get your colleague to pick you up, just do that instead of having to use money for the Uber and Taxify and stuff like that. So I think that will work for her.
Okay.
Can she consider a boyfriend to support?
Well, she has to. That's a constant variable.
A constant variable.
In life, there's a constant and then there's a variable. That's a constant one. You cannot change